Welcome viewers to another episode of Brave Namibia, where we celebrate both ordinary and extraordinary Namibians. In our first clip today, Tanya Bowser caught up with Fillemon Sheya, who says he'd like to train others to help them create a better life for themselves.
We call it Sheya.
And what is your business called?
The code name is, we call it Shoka Upholstery.
What does shoka mean?
This means Shoka people, they will come, or it is that what I do, it is that really is my name. It is that what I do. Okay. That's the aim of the Shoka. The name is Shoka. This means that the things what I do, it is that. I went to school there. My standard school, my last grade is just grade 10, because there was no money to go forward with the school. My mother and my father, they are not working. That's why I decided, when I failed the grade 10, I come to the farm. 2006, I come to the farm. I work in the garden. Just looking at the job because the tuition, there's no money.
And where was the farm?
It's this side of Ochozondu, that side of Kahanja. You go deep there. After that, I come in the Windhoek.
When was that?
It's 2010. I came to the Windhoek. I started small business with, I was selling also like Zimbabwean people. I was selling also pen, underwear, that things. Then I become also, I found myself to selling like tuck shop, apple, and also onion.
Where was your tuck shop? Was it here in Ochimuze?
It's Okujongava. Where's my kabashis there?
Okay.
Yeah. From there, 2011, the middle, I went to February upholstery. I was just hand hanger. We call it hand hanger. I was just like that. Casual. I just went like that. From there, I just check people what they are sewing and what they are doing. My aim just to be like that. If they call me, Fillemon, I'm just run. Come help me. I was just like that. And also my boss is say, this man is clever. He's a good man. One day, that man, I found also, that year I found, because I was broke the machine, because we call it, boss, we call it nine machine. I broke it because I want to know. My aim just to know. When I started sewing, I just press hard. And the bosses come ask me, why I broke the machine? And I say, my aim just want to know, to learn. It's my aim. Then he say, this man. Okay, say, okay, I paid this machine because what you told me is true. You say your aim is not want to break the things, you just want to know. From that, I just get some knowledge there. Then 2014, I moved to Bosses for Life. They was working now, it was working 7 years. Last year I resigned. Without pension, without anything. I say, can I go suffer myself? 3,000 is not money.
And you started your own business here?
That's why I started my last year in July. I think so this month. We're starting this business.
And you do upholstery. You upholster any type of furniture?
Any type of furniture. Any type of traveling bag, school bag, rooftop tent, bungalow house. I do everything. I sew everything. That's why I say I talented. My talent, I can do everything. That's why I saw my company writing Shoka Upholstery, Manufacture and Designer. Everything is aspect clothing. I don't sew in clothing, but everything that you sew. Traveling bag, any cover you want, any cover I can do.
Because I saw you also fix camping chairs.
Everything. That's why if you went there, you see what I do. Even this chair, I do it.
So So there's nothing too small, too big for Fillemon.
Nothing.
And you learned this only by February?
February, yeah, finished. I didn't go to school, but I'm talented. Even my English is basic. I'm struggling when you come to the English. I'm struggling to speak English. As long as maybe you understand. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, but I'm not educated. So far I can design. Bag I can design. But as long as you write everything, I just say, measure for me, then you write for me what you want to do for you. Write for you in the paper, then bring that paper. Then I read from that paper. It's my aim also to read. You can give me the design. You say, Fillemon, I want things that like this, like then say, okay, come to talk. Then you write in the table. Then I do it for you. That is my aim. That is my work.
You said you've got a sewing machine.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
We are buying. Even Chinatown, there is everything there.
So all the equipment you've got is not somebody that gave you things, you bought them. You worked, saved money and bought them.
It's true. We just save, then I buy. That is my aim. That is my work.
Where do you see your business and yourself in the future? Where do you want to go?
I want to go, my aim and my purpose to make this company, like especially youth people, they don't want to work. They just blame government, blame ADA, blame that. It's what I say, people let's try to work. In my aim, I want this business to grow up so that I can pull some youth or some people that they are suffering. That's why we used to, also I can use to give something people there at the location, to give something people food, what I have. If I saw some people suffering, I help him. My aim, I want the business to become bold, to give the work in the country, to give people work. It's my aim. I don't want to work like this alone. And my purpose, I want to bring more people to work, so that people there, they can go forward, just to help.
Then they can go to other towns.
To other towns. That's what is my aim. I want also here, town, north, marine dress, I want to be like that. People to give people work, to make the business grow, and to help people to get a job.
Empower other people.
Yeah, to empower other people is my aim. That is my purpose.
The people that come and support your business, is it only Windhoek people or is it from other places as well?
That's why I say, some people they are called from north, some they are called from Rudres or Vares Bay or Airport. But they say, "Kama, we read from your Facebook. We are good in this. You are cheaper, but your quality is good. Just go forward. Just go forward. One day, you become somebody else. Like me, what I get here is what I can buy my bread in the table. I bring the bread on the table. As long as I want working in the street. As long as I do some, so that I can give empowerment for those young youth people. Say, people they can check that man. He's just starting from the beginning. People they are just sleeping there, home. There's no work in the country, but they are talented. They need to do something. You can sew, you can breathe, you can make something. I'm empowering the youth. They must work hard. They must work. That's why I say, I can sleep. But you see that I'm sleeping, but things just come. Come, Fillemon, why are you sleeping? Wake up, go on sewing something. If I was sleeping, then I think something. I used to go do something. I just wake up, then I write there in my phone, the bag, shopping bag. Then I put it. I just write in shopping bag so that I can morning time when I wake up, I read there. Then I say, last night I was thinking bag. Then I will come, something then or drawing. I know how to draw. I can draw. I just draw that things. Then maybe after 2 weeks, I go back to that page what I writing there, so that I can design that things. I need to say something. That's why I say, us Namibia, we are Namibia, but sometimes we used to blame people or to blame the government, but we just sleeping. We don't want to work. If I say go selling the tomato there in the road. I cannot do it. Because I'm very shy. And I say, I cannot do it, that things. It's not me. I'm educated, what. We are educated, they are educated, or they are not uneducated. They are just home, sleeping, and blame people. And just looking what people they are doing there. They say, I cannot do it. But you got each.
Next, Elizabeth Joseph caught up with Simon Hadula, who established the Hadula Charity Foundation in October 2020 in a bid to improve the well-being of vulnerable persons.
So the Hadula Charity Foundation, so it's a non-profit organization. So that means already for the work we do free services. We do not charge anything. So we're a non-political organization, which means we have no political affiliation. So which means we are not affiliated to any political party. We are a neutral organization that works with the best interests of the people. So the organization was founded on the 10th of November 2020. So before that, there was a lot of background that was going on before I founded the Hadula Charity Foundation. So I remember at the closing stages of 2019, I saw an elderly drunk man walking down a hill in Okuriangava. He was dirty and flies were all over him. His clothes were torn, and he really looked so concerned, like he had nobody to take of him. For me, I wanted to walk away, but I stood and saw him fall on the ground. I'm like, no. As much as he's drunk, I have to find out why is this man looking like this. So I managed to hold him halfway until we reached at his house. So reaching at his house, just in Okuriangava, I could really notice that he was saving himself on dirty plates. He even saved me on a dirty plate for assisting him. So all over his place was dirty. I asked him what happened and said, no, he lives alone. His kids are in the north and his wife, he doesn't know the whereabouts of the wife and all that. So I asked him some questions regarding the family members and tried to do some follow-ups, which they said they don't mind about him. He left them alone, so he must be there. So for me, as a concerned citizen of Namibia with the love of loving, because I was always told that a society that doesn't take care of its elders destroys itself, because we need to give back to our elders. So I would always, just that time, I already went to ask a water card from the neighbors, which he didn't have at that time. So I already started washing his clothes. I already started washing around the home and cleaning around his compound, washing the dishes and his blankets, and I hang it for him, and just clean the compound for it to look good and all that. So I will come and also assist him with his hospital appointments here and there, and I watch for him and all that. And then I sat back and I was like, no, this might be a problem experienced by one person, but it can be a national problem. It can be something that can really represent the whole nation, and it's better I think about it. So and then I remember earlier in 2020 we identified also another man that we could also assist with washing and all that. And then I was like, no, this is it's rather better I come up with an organization that can really provide hygienic and free home cleaning services to elderly, persons with disability, people with visual impairment, and all underprivileged people, or anybody in a health condition that it makes it impossible for them to do their home use. So I founded the Hadula Charity Foundation on the 10th of November 2020. So we do a lot of hygienic cleaning services for the elderly people. So we also do a lot of environmental cleanup campaigns, because in the Hadula Charity Foundation we believe that littering has no place in Namibia. I remember from the 12th to the 18th of June, we were in collaboration with City of Windhoek, where I will thank Mr. Moas Shpala and his team for coming through to provide us with cleaning materials. So we did the cleanup campaign on the 12th in Okuriangava, and on the 18th we did it in Ngulumbashi. So we also stand for social justice, equality and equity for all citizens. So we by all means try in the foundation to go out in the community to really find out what is the problem that is affecting the citizens of Namibia, and for us to assist them in any way possible. And we also do collect clothes among ourselves and among organizations and different people. So because we believe that what is old to you is new to somebody else. So we always used to have a drop box where our own members, which is the first priorities, whatever doesn't fit them, we collect it, whether it's shoes, blanket, a mattress, whatever it can be. So when we collect these things, we do a community outreach. We identify people in need. Then we donate it to them. So we also on social injustice, we also try to work together with the community to empower women and men to know their constitutional rights, to also fight gender-based violence, domestic violence, teenage pregnancy, alcohol and drug abuse, because we believe like there's a lot of injustice going on in the state. But my attitude, my hard work, commitment, it got me where I am today. So you might find yourself in that situation that you are a security guard, you are there, we know our country. There's so much injustice, there's so much corruption, conflict of interest, but the greatest thing you can do is to hold yourself accountable for your mistake and for your failure. Because if you're gonna say my parents, the government, you're not gonna do it. So I'm still here working at Pupkevets Toyota after I've been a security guard. But I remember most of my friends which have turned to alcohol and substance abuse, they laughed at me there that you have lost it. How can you work as a security guard, for a former head boy, someone like that? So it's really also something that motivated me to be the person I am today. Yeah. However, we were faced with a different challenge, which is becoming a greater concern, which we believe if we don't do something right now, if we don't have a collective effort as citizens of Namibia, it's going to affect the current and the future generations to come. So we have found out that there is so many citizens, especially in informal settlements and in rural communities, that doesn't have national documents. So this has ranged from the age of 0 to 90. So, and to the elderly ones, you find out like they have voters' cards, but they do not have national documents. So which they're asking, like, when we want to have national documents, they call us foreigners. But when it comes to voting, it only takes few minutes, then you have your voters card. Then we intervene as an organization. We wrote letters to different councillors. I believe we also wrote to Honorable Aili Venyona, may her soul rest in peace, before she passed on. Like, we wanted to have a meeting with her on the community outreach that we did in Havana. We also wrote a letter to Honorable Christopher Lukua, which was a success, he said he's going to engage the Ministry of Home Affairs. We also engaged the governor of Oshana region and Kavango East region, Mr. Bonifatus Wakutumo. So because we want to work together with all these necessary relevant bodies for us to know that we want the Constitution and the Equality Act to be a shield, not a sword, to all Namibian citizens. So, and we also believe these things of calling each other foreigners, we as Africans, we are all united. It's only war, colonialism and apartheid that inflicted these wounds of hate for other Africans. That's why we want to make it easy and possible for these people to access their national documents, because mind you, a kid cannot register for university, they can't register for NASFAF loan, and their parents cannot get social grant. So there is more problems to this. And if we have 70,000 people right now that, for example, don't have national documents, so in 5, 10, 20, 30 years to come, we might have more than 300,000 people that don't have national documents. One of my greatest challenges in life was a lack of family support. So that's why I cancelled my university to pursue security guard work. And one of my success was all this build up to the man I am today. It motivated me, it didn't give me a reason for excuse and all that. So one of my greatest motivation is the code that says, by WX code, for success, attitude is as equal as important as ability. As much as we can do the work, if you do not have the ability to do it, if you don't have the right attitude to do it, then it's just like you don't have the ability. Plus also my greatest inspiration is teamwork, because I believe through teamwork we can achieve so many things. Through working together we can achieve so many things. The only reason why Namibia didn't achieve its objectives is because we have a lot of separations, we don't have a lot of unity. So that's why we are calling for reconciliation, for teamwork, because I believe through teamwork, whether it's a civil society organization, a private organization, whether an individual, we are going to achieve most of our things. And I'm gonna leave this with everybody, that let's have love for one another, let's all work together, because regardless of our differences, there is no hunger that is associated with individual. Regardless of our differences, we are all affected by the same problem, and if we are all under the same sky, which is Namibia, so I believe we should tackle our problems as Namibians, and I believe we are going to achieve our objectives as Namibians, not as individuals or politicians here.
Thank you for tuning in today. If you know of someone you feel should feature on our show, please contact us at brave@synergy.com.na.